Live stream is offline.
And wait, I think there's also a delay on my microphone that I'll have to
Okie
fix.
okie.
Advanced properties. I remember that. Let's go. Close. All right. I think.
People are coming to the streams.
Wow, the people are already here real quick. Sorry we
Yeah.
got started a little bit late today, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Happy Easter and/or April Fool's Day.
Happy April Fool Easter.
Did you? You know, I was thinking about doing some kind of like prank for today, but then I couldn't think of anything clever to do. So I was just like, whatever. Who cares?
Uh-huh.
So do you want to do the face cam thing?
I don't know.
Oh, are you feeling camera shy? Usually that's my thing.
I don't know.
It's really helpful when you just say I don't know over and over.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, it's up to the stream moderator.
Well, okay.
So that's you.
Yeah.
So do the thing.
Okay.
Make the decision.
How do I get it so that it can show the face cams again?
I don't know.
Here we go. Mine's working. So do you or don't you? I'm not gonna force you. It's a great shot of the. Okay, I'm
gonna keep this shot.
Here we go. Display capture, and turn this on. And
Hello, audience.
hello, audience. Now you get to see this really great shot of just barely the top of David's head. Just barely.
Evening, audience.
Actually,
I can barely see you. You need to move it over so we can see you.
how about this? Does that work?
Wait for the stream delay.
Oh yeah.
It's better.
So
That's good. That's good.
Okay, yeah. I think that's a cool feature. I like that now. Because like it used to be, you could either just see one or the other.
Yeah.
So I'm playing Halo Reach right now, because it's
Fucking
a lot
nerd.
easier. No, you fucking nerd. I like how it's become a catchphrase for you now. Is like every time I talk about anything I'm doing, you just go fucking nerd.
Well, it's not wrong, is it?
No, that's the part that annoys me most. Is I can't tell you no. I can't see the chat currently. Or can you see it? What are they
Somebody's
saying?
saying I'm the real David, but I'm the only real David. So
I mean, you never know. There could be more than one David.
people are saying hello. I LMAO.
Is the chat coming through on the stream? Like, can they see their own comments?
I have
'Cause,
no idea.
I had that thing set up with like Streamlabs where they could see the thingy.
Halo was never good.
It was good for like 5 minutes. Be fair.
Heyo, and Drexelman.
Hey, Andrew, and Andrew. I still to this day wonder if his name was supposed to be Andre X-Man, and Andrexman was just something I started saying because I do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have my
Hey.
stupid nonsensical shorthand.
Hey, Dane's here.
Dane, hey, how you doing, buddy? I think my girlfriend is watching too, but she's gonna not comment just because she doesn't want me to know she's in here.
You know what I did as the when on one of your video game streams that I wasn't in was that I shit posted through another YouTube account I own, and you actually answered a lot of my questions, and they were just complete nonsense.
Yeah, I remember that. It took me until like I don't know, maybe like an hour after the stream to go, wait, was that David?
Yeah.
Because like in the middle of it, I wasn't thinking about that, and I just like I was like, who is that guy asking all the really dumb questions? Of
That
course
was
it was
me. I
you.
was just trying to sabotage your stream because I
Of
wasn't in it.
course. So, what do we got to talk about today, fella?
Well, I watched Ready Player One, so we
Oh,
can talk
God.
about that.
I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
Well,
Like,
I wasn't okay before I went in, so I don't think I'm okay now. It's not like it's gonna heal my numerous psychological issues overnight.
it's like, it's like getting stabbed a few minutes after you've been shot. It's like, well, I was already feeling not great. It didn't change much.
Although being stabbed by a rubber blade, I would say, annoying but ultimately harmless.
But so it just pokes you really hard?
Yeah, because like the movie isn't nearly as bad as the book.
That's fair, yeah. Like you were saying that it just cuts out a lot of the dumbest stuff from the book, right?
It cuts off all the stuff that everybody hates, like the stalking, the masturbation manifesto.
Is that in the book?
It's in the book.
Why?
The masturbation manifesto is in the book. I'm gonna pull it up and read it for the audience just so you
No!
can.
That's worse than reading the fan fiction.
I'm going to do it.
How do I watch my own stream just so I can read the comments on my phone?
Um,
There we go. Now I can do it. Let's see. How are you mentally, Xavier? Anyway.
okay, here's it is.
David,
I
no.
felt no shame about masturbating. Thanks to Anorak's Almanac, I now thought of it as a normal bodily function, as necessary and natural as sleeping or eating. AA 241, chapter 2041, verse 87. I would argue that masturbation is the human animal's most important adaptation, the very cornerstone of our technological civilization. Our hands evolved to grip tools, all right, including our own. You see, thinkers, inventors, and scientists are usually geeks, and geeks have a harder time getting laid than anyone. Without the built-in sexual release valve provided by masturbation, it's doubtful that the early humans would have ever mastered the secrets of fire or discovered the wheel. And you can bet that Galileo, Newton, and Einstein would never have made their discoveries if they hadn't been first be able to clear their heads by slapping the salami or knocking a few protons off the old hydrogen atom. The same goes for Marie Curie. Before she discovered radium, you can be certain she first discovered the little man in the canoe. It wasn't one of Holliday's more popular theories, but I liked it.
This gets grosser every time you read it.
Yes. So
Everyone's
my
mad at
point
you.
is,
Everyone's saying stop it.
there's no such thing as that level of just.
That was in the book.
That was in the book.
Why were kids at school telling me about that book in like 9th grade? It's like, oh yeah, it's a good book. What?
This is in the book.
There's
Now,
a whole section. Whose perspective is that? Is that like?
that is the main character. The main character is reading a journal entry from Anorak's Almanac, which is the journal of James Halliday, which is the guy who created the VR game company. And he likes it.
Would the movie have been funnier if they left that in?
Conditionally, yes.
Like, would it have been?
Oh,
like...
yes, only if it was done by somebody like Paul Verhoeven, who actually knows how to do irony.
No, just have Paul Verhoeven himself just read that part out.
A 70-year-old Dutch man reading a neckbeard's explanation for why masturbation is okay.
Yes,
That's totally a good idea.
Paul Verhoeven would probably love to read that.
Paul Verhoeven, I think, should have directed Ready Player One. That's my
Because he
pitch.
would have just not cared what the book was about and then made it a completely different
Basically,
thing.
he should have done what he did with Starship Troopers.
Yeah, because he read it and he was like, I don't like what this book is about. I don't like what this book says.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just made that a parody of itself and was just mean to the ideas that the book was trying to give.
Exactly. That's what it should have done. But Steven Spielberg, he's a little bit too sincere of a filmmaker.
I don't think Steven Spielberg can do cynicism.
No, he can't. He doesn't have a cynical bone in his body.
Unless he's talking about George Lucas in interviews.
Mm-hmm. But as a filmmaker, the main problem with the movie is that you just don't care. Through the entire movie, I just thought, I don't care because the main characters, were not interesting. Ty Sheridan, boring, boring, boring. I feel so
I don't
sad for
even
him
know who
because
that
he's
is.
such a good he's Cyclops in X-Men Apocalypse. He was also the teenage Satanist in it was either Sharp Objects or it was the indie movie we watched with Charlize Theron that you stopped watching because it was too good.
Yeah, we couldn't watch that for Couch Potatoes because it was like, this is too competently made. There's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, so he was the teenage Satanist who got blamed for all the problems in this town in that movie.
Okay. Is he
He's a
also
really
the
good
one who
indie
has
actor.
the super long leg in the poster?
Yes.
Ugh. How did
He's
that
such a good actor,
happen?
but he is so boring in that movie.
Well, it's like,
Because
what does he have to work with?
what does he have to work with? Because they scrubbed all the worst attributes of the main character, Wade Watts, out of this. But there's nothing left beyond his
So,
worst
like, all the...
attributes.
He's at least interesting because there's a lot of aspects about him there that are kind of unlikable.
In the book,
And that's, like, part of the point.
I wouldn't say it's part of the point. If you ask me, I would read it as
So...
part of Ernest Cline writing himself into the story, but at least that just makes him a
So,
person.
so he tried to add a self-insert, but then it ended up just being this really hateable character.
Well, that's the way I read it because there's the whole atheism screed in chapter 20, no, page 20, where it's like
Of
where
course.
he's really cynical and kind of mean-spirited toward his aunt, who once again provides him with a home because she believes in God.
Yeah, what a bitch,
Yeah,
that evil aunt of his.
and he compares her believing in God to him playing video games.
But I thought he was like super devout to video games.
He says, "Oh, we all need our escape from this terrible world," and she has hers and I have mine.
Huh.
And it's just really just
It just sounds so...
misanthropic and
Yeah, no, that main
unpleasant.
character sounds kind of full of himself.
He's a really unpleasant character, but at the very least, that provides him with a personality.
So
He
when you
doesn't
take
have
out the
one
unpleasant
he
part,
doesn't
he's
have one in
just
the
a
movie.
guy who exists.
He's just a guy who exists. And the problem is that the movie doesn't really have a clear main focus because, surprisingly counter to the book, the theme of the movie is that maybe you shouldn't entirely live your life out online. But then they pay jack all attention to the real world in the movie, and then they focus on the stuff that's happening in the virtual world.
Because... So the point is that you shouldn't take things so seriously when it comes to, like, you know, video games and online stuff.
Live in the real world a little
Live
bit.
in the real world a little bit. But they spend the entire movie taking something online super seriously in a video game.
And then when the main character's aunt dies in an explosion, along with the abusive boyfriend, because of course all single women have abusive boyfriends in movies. When she dies, you know, in the explosion that you see in the trailers, nobody gives a shit.
He's just like, well, back to my HTC Vive.
So you don't care if that's supposed to raise the stakes, you know, real world life and death stuff. But that's a line in the movie. But you just don't give a shit.
No one cares.
Like, because there's one part of the movie that I will admit that you can tell that they actually expanded from the book in a good way. And that is the character of James Halliday, who is dead at the beginning of the book. He's the guy who invented the Oasis, you know, the virtual computer thing.
Yeah, he's the guy from Sword Art Online that says, alright, you're all trapped in the game, and whoever can beat the final level gets to escape.
Yeah. And then he's like, because like, they really expand on his character and his regrets in his life, and they make that very thematically interesting within the whole movie. Problem is that the rest of the movie kind of contradicts what they're trying to say there.
So it's a movie that just doesn't know what it wants to be.
It's a movie about the theme. It's explicitly spelled out by the main character at the end that you should not care about stuff online and maybe live in the real world, except that the main character wins the whole movie and discovers, gets really rich and runs this entire big corporation because he knows the trivia about a video game.
Don't take things too seriously online, but also even though
Also,
he did and
you're going to
became a
become the richest
billionaire
man in the
for
whole
it.
world because of your knowledge about stuff online.
This sounds exactly as frustrating and confused as I thought it would be, just from like the way you described the book.
The book has
It's
more
but
like
a different kind.
the book
of
is bad in a
frustrating.
more interesting way. It's more just like internet atheist trolls the favorite book, or the favorite book of the anti-SJW crowd. Neckbeards on the internet, but and there's a lot of like the unpleasantness of that worldview that doesn't go challenged. It's not, and I think that that's what the interesting thing that Paul Verhoeven could have done with it is it challenges internet subcultures like neckbeards who really really like Star Wars, and sort of be ironic with that subcultures, but it doesn't do that. So it just becomes a generic adventure film that just happens to have video games in it that's very thematically dissonant. Also, there are just some really dumb decisions that I just had to laugh at. Like I told you about this already, but I'm going to repeat it for the audience. That the building that houses the evil corporation, which is basically Comcast, their building is in the shape of the logo of the company, which is IOI. So it's a giant IOI in the middle of downtown Columbus, Ohio. Like, how stupid is that? Imagine if, let's see, what's a company out there? Imagine if Walt Disney had their headquarters inside a giant statue of Mickey Mouse, the size of the Statue of Liberty.
You know
Or
what? Give
if-
it 20 years. I bet they will.
Or if Apple just built a giant apple in downtown San Jose.
We now live in the Apple. We are Apple people now.
We will only eat apples.
And everyone inside there is eating pears.
Contrarians, all of them.
That sounds like some Silicon Valley stuff. We work at Apple, but we'll all only eat bananas.
That actually, Amazon in downtown Seattle. It's not Silicon Valley, but it's basically Silicon Valley. Apple or Amazon in downtown Seattle started buying up all the apples and really giving them down for free to like employees and also random people in downtown Seattle. So now, if you actually want to buy apples, like another company wants to buy bananas. Sorry, I'm slipping back and forth. Wants to buy bananas for something else.
I'm so confused about what you're talking about right now.
So in downtown Seattle, Amazon bought all the bananas to give out for free to employees and other people in the streets. So other businesses that want to use bananas for things can't find any bananas because Amazon's buying them all.
Oh, okay. So there's just a very dramatic banana shortage.
Yes, in Seattle.
Okay.
Because Silicon Valley is weird. Even when it's not even in the Silicon Valley, it's still weird.
Wasn't there a TV show about Silicon Valley, but with T.J. Miller?
Yeah, but he left. Also,
Good.
speaking of which, T.J. Miller is also in Ready Player One.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course he'd be in that movie because it's not annoying enough already.
He plays a character called iRock, who is he's like a guy who's really good at video game, but he's also the henchman of the main evil guy, and he basically just does it for like online digital currency.
Does he do it for bitcoins?
He does it for the in-game currency of the Oasis, which is the VR world.
It's basically
in the world,
bitcoins.
And in the world of the VR company, in this world, it's the most stable currency in the world. Also, I think that the world building in the
Xavier,
movie
look
was
at the
just
chat,
really
damn it.
lazy.
Hey everyone, how you doing?
The world building in the movie was also pretty lazy because, like, you see advertising in the movie sometimes, like when the main character walks by a billboard, but it's only for like VR stuff.
Diego says this is some MGS codec screen looking ass podcast. Put a green filter on it. And then Scrub says Xaviel. Hey everyone.
Hey,
I wonder if anyone's donated yet, and because I haven't been looking at the chat.
somebody donated £5 earlier.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
thank
at the
you.
beginning of the stream.
I think that was Dead Gun. Thank you, Dead Gun. Donated £5. Oh, yeah. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Thanks for those English pounds. We're gonna have to go to the consulate to exchange them for dollars, but other than that, thank you very much.
Yes. Hopefully, now Streamlabs will have that donated straight to the PayPal instead of YouTube Super Chat. Because, like, you know what? I found out something really annoying after I got a whole bunch of donations during that Ultimate Alliance stream last month. Is that it's on a buffer, so that I'd have to wait till the 10th of this month to actually use any of those donations.
That's dumb.
So it doesn't give you that money the month that you got it. It waits till the month after that, so it goes through the next pay cycle, because it's like offset.
That's weird and dumb.
Yeah. Actually, I did want to kind of talk to some of the viewers today about something.
Okie dokie.
So if you haven't noticed, YouTube is kind of garbage now as like a career path. And I don't think I can do it full-time anymore. I'm not quitting, but I just am not making the kind of money that I would like to be on here. Every month is always like this panic attack where it's like, oh god, did I make enough to pay my car payment this time? And you know what? It's just getting tiring, you know, living in that kind of fear. It'd be nice to have something more stable to supplement it, you know. So I'm gonna go job hunting this week, and I don't know if that'll probably slow down my video input or output rather. More than it already has been.
Nerd.
But
He needs to get a real job.
yeah,
YouTube isn't a real job.
it used to be. YouTube was like really great, like circa like 2013. It was like the most profitable thing ever. And then I started making videos in like 2015, and by the time I actually built up an audience, it was just like on the tail end of the site is now like falling apart, and everyone's like dying to have a some kind of like replacement or competitor. Oh, hey, James Wild. Hey, happy to see you guys. Hoping to talk with you more. Xavier, love watching you guys' stuff. Yeah, thanks, James. By the way, I have been trying to pick away reading that script that you sent me the other day. Sorry I've been so busy and haven't been able to get back to you on it. I've been just, like, doing a lot of stuff, trying to make sure I make the most of spring break. But I have been reading over it. I'm going to finish it really soon, and I'll get back to you about what I think of it, okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm really jealous, because spring break is happening, like, around right now for you. But mine happened, like, two weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. So you came over, and then didn't you come over twice that week?
Yeah, twice.
We watched Black Panther, and then we filmed a Couch Potatoes episode for some other movie, and I actually forget what movie it was.
I could tell them, but I'm not sure I want to. I want to keep up the mystery.
It was 2 weeks ago, and I don't remember what movie it was.
I do.
That's how bad my memory is now. Like, every time a new episode of Couch Potatoes comes out, it's like I wasn't even there when it was made, because...
You were.
I was, but...
I have evidence of you saying to the audience, and this is in the latest Couch Potatoes that I'm about, like, at least 80-90% through editing, is that you say, if you're gay, let us know if you ever got halfway up during the movie. That is the thing that you said. And I have video evidence of it.
Oh, it was that movie! Well, to be fair, there was a lot of shirtless men in that movie.
Staring into each other's eyes deeply.
It wasn't Top Gun. It was the other one.
It was the other 90s movie featuring homoeroticism.
How's film school going, by the way? Asks Andrexelman. It's going all right. I
And
have
Drexelman? Who's Anne Drexelman?
he's Andrexman's evil clone.
Oh, okay.
It's
Good.
going all right. I'm
Evil clones are always a good plot device in movies.
yeah, always. If you ever want to make your story more interesting, just add clones. It works for comic books.
Works for Spider-Man. There's
Anyway.
nothing that makes a comic book cooler than clone. Am I right?
My hair is so frizzy.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, because you have so much of it.
It's so long now. I don't know what to do with all of it.
Cut it.
No.
Like,
Cut your hair, loser.
I don't need to. Mine is not long enough to cut.
Well, don't tell me what to do.
I am.
How dare you? Spidey7 asks, who is hotter, Damien or Xavier?
Who?
Well, I might be a little bit biased on the answer to this.
Well, think about it this way.
Whoa!
One of them is ginger, one of them is not.
Hey,
You
X,
decide.
wish you the best of luck in your job hunt. I'm on the clock right now. Wish I could hang out more. Before I go, I want to hear your best snake impression. And the $20 donation from Diego. Thanks, man.
Nice.
Paramedic? Otacon. Paramedic keeps talking with me about Godzilla movies. What's that all about?
You know, for a channel who's named after Godzilla, you don't talk about Godzilla a lot.
I've just been sitting here in this box, thinking about how much I like being in this box. Otacon, it's like being in this box is my destiny. You know?
What? No, come back. Hey, what are you doing? No. Come on. Come on. It was just a Metal Gear. I was doing a snake impression. Come on. All right. Well, I guess it's a one-man podcast. Straight Pixel. That impression deserves a $100 donation. Well, I'm not gonna argue. And then I'm so sorry for all the people in England and the UK and overseas who are up at like 6 a.m. right now trying to watch this. I feel so bad. I mean, David and I are already in different time zones and it's like nighttime where he is, but like you can see it's like I'm on the surface of the sun back here. What's something to talk about? So I don't know how to feel about Nick Spencer taking over as the writer for Spider-Man. Just because I don't know how much of Secret Empire was his fault.
Hello?
I want to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that maybe it was like a lot of editorial meddling, because that happens a lot.
Hey, did you even notice that I just disappeared for about 30 seconds?
No, I didn't notice at all. Anyway.
You're a terrible friend, but you're also very entertaining.
Now, I'm hoping that eventually One More Day gets undone, because they've been hinting at it like crazy lately, and I don't know, it might be just a ploy to get the sales to boost again, because they did that kind of right before Superior Spider-Man started.
Come on, I mean, One More Day is JMS's best story.
No, Sins Past is. The one where you
What's
find
that
out...
one?
It's the one where Gwen Stacy's bastard children who have progeria, so they're full-grown adults, even though she's only been dead for like 10 years. And they show back up, and it turns out that they're Green Goblin's kids, and that Gwen Stacy cheated on Peter with Green Goblin. And that's why he threw her off the bridge.
That is JMS. That is a pretty good Spider-Man story. Gotta say.
Ow. Ew.
Have you read any of it, like JMS's non Marvel stories?
Diego is satisfied with that impression. Ever thought about doing more voice acting stuff? Love your comic dubs. I would like to do more voice acting stuff. I just don't have a lot of like opportunities for it, nor do I have a lot of ideas right now. James Wild says, I want to talk horror flicks with you guys sometime.
Here's the thing. I'm not really all that big of a horror fan, actually.
I am.
Pretty much the only horror movies I've watched with the person who I am not currently talking to.
A lot of people are having a bad time because I brought up the Goblin Babies.
The Goblin Babies. Come on, what's wrong with that story? That's a great story.
Weren't you publishing a horror novel, Xavier? Yes, but I decided to rewrite it as a comic.
I'll be honest, it's better as a comic book because I wasn't the biggest fan of his prose.
You didn't read the whole book. You read the first 20 pages and then said the world building is awful. It's like, well, read the rest of it.
Well, I didn't like the prose.
You're a prose. You make
Do you
me
even know
want
what
to take Prozac.
Well, your prose was prosaic. No, you.
Excuse me?
No, you.
You wanna run that one more time, fella?
No, you.
No, you?
No, you.
How long have we been running so far?
Well, I've been running 20K lately. What about you?
Xavier, when will we see a short/feature film from you? Well, I've got a couple of short films I could probably just upload, like, right now. I just gotta get permission from the actors first.
Just upload them without permission. That won't burn any bridges.
I actually asked, because we have another friend named Evan.
Devin.
Not Falarka Evan, another Evan. And,
This Evan doesn't like Spider-Man.
No, he likes hipster things. But anyway, he was the main actor in it.
David Bowie.
And I asked him a couple months ago, and he seemed to be pretty okay with it, but I just want to, like, reconfirm with him first.
What about the other actor?
Xavier, please fix the Discord server. I'll fix it when it deserves to be fixed, Spidey. Every time David looks down to look at the chat, it looks like he's... Well, thank you, Science Spoder. That's very colorful language of you. Smash or pass Bad Rock? I think I'm gonna pass on that one. Maybe. David, stop looking down at your nethers.
I'm looking at my phone to look at the stream.
Well, you can hold it up so it doesn't look like you're just going...
Okay, I'm doing this then. I'm gonna hold it right in front of the camera. Is that better?
Xavier, can you do a Moon Knight voice impression? Well, what does Moon Knight's voice sound like? Xavier loves the Discord as much as he loves the Bomb Squad joke.
Because I'm playing City Skylines on my computer right now, so I have to use my phone to look at the chat. Or maybe I should just not look at the chat. How about that?
No,
would you be nerds happier with that?
He's so mad!
Should I just flip off the audience while I'm at it?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think this is going to get monetized either way.
Because I can do that.
Yeah, just do it.
Die, audience!
That was too fast. They couldn't see it. You gotta really let it linger, like...
Should I do, like, should I do the Guardians of the Galaxy thing where he does the machine?
I already did that just now. But you weren't looking. Yeah, no, it's lame now, because I already did it. Is there a correct way to flip someone off? Like,
no, this was a joke
like
in the... No, there's a
like
this was the specific subject
like
of the
this.
joke.
Like, how do you do it?
No, this was the specific joke in the folding human review of the Book of Henry. That there's no specific way to do it. There's like the Wolverine, there's the classic, there's a bunch of different ways to do it. It's a colloquial gesture, so there's no right or wrong way.
Let's see.
What does smash or
Hated-
pass even mean? I'm not up on my internet lingo.
Would you smash, or would you pass?
Smash what? I'm here. I don't believe in breaking other people's property.
No, it's smash as in like would you play Smash Bros with this person?
Oh, okay. Like
Yeah.
the Nintendo game.
Yeah, exactly.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
So like, would you
I like
would
Nintendo
you,
games.
Would you play,
I'd play Smash Brothers with somebody.
Would you play Smash Bros with Bad Rock from Youngblood?
Well, I think he'd break my controller, so
Yeah,
no.
he's got big fingers, you know. I just don't think he'd be very gentle.
Yeah, I mean, if I can break PS4 controllers, then somebody else can do it a lot more easily.
You still never paid me back for that controller, you bastard!
I offered to pay back, but you said no.
Yeah, so I could be angry at you several months later and say you didn't pay it back.
It's your fault at this point.
You guys want to see a bruise on my arm?
I think they're good.
Yeah, so I told our other friend David, because there's another David, I told him to punch me as hard as he possibly can, because it turns out I have like a super high pain threshold, and I actually didn't feel it that much. But then it started to hurt like 2 days later once the bruise started to like get like really bad. So getting punched doesn't hurt that much. It's just that like,
2 days later.
2 days later it hurts.
Xavier, get a haircut.
No, it's cheesy. I will not. Xavier, Xavier, I sent you art on Twitter. What do you think? I'll have to look at that after the show. Let's see. You're like Kick-Ass. Yeah, kinda. I mean, I can still feel pain. It's just not like super. It's like if you plug your ears, it's muffled. You can still hear, but it's just not
Smash
as
or pass,
effective.
Gandalf. Well, obviously smash because you shall not pass. So.
Should I do it? Should I go for it? Do we want to make this stream really interesting? Huh?
What?
Huh? Should I just like? Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just screwing around.
You just what?
I just wanted to panic the audience for a moment.
Do what? I don't get the.
You weren't looking. You'll see in the chat in a second. I'm like looking at the chat, waiting for the. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that was stupid. Are you just staring angrily?
I'm watching gentrification take place in my city and city skylines, so I'm laughing at all the poor people that are getting pushed out of their homes.
Okay. That game sounds a lot sadder than I thought it would be.
Well, it's not actively happening on screen. You're just seeing the property values rise and people moving in.
Oh, okay. So it's,
I'm making
it's
the lot.
implied that the homeless people are being pushed out by the rich.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds really fucking depressing, dude.
What CP episode have I not edited?
I hate how the abbreviation
lot.
for that is CP.
What's wrong with CP?
Because it reminds everyone of the Ross Scott series Civil Protection.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd tell you, but my external hard drive is broken right now, so I can't look at the files and see which ones I don't have. Yeah, I've ordered a new cord for that, and it's supposed to arrive.
God,
soon.
even the games he plays is boring. Now everyone's just making fun of you. Someone said, David, no last name. Xavier, smash or pass David. I'd play Smash Bros with him. I think,
I'm pretty good at that game.
You are? I don't know. I've never really played it.
Well, I played that game for years when at a friend's house. Because, like, my parents decided that video games would rot my brain, but it's perfectly okay when I play it at somebody else's house. So I just go to somebody else's house and play the game.
I mean, you come to my house and play Destroy All Humans.
Yeah. So then I'd go to my neighbor's house and play GoldenEye. I'd go to a friend's house and play Smash Brothers, and then I'd go to your house to play Destroy All Humans.
As the Lord descended upon us, he spoke the name of our Savior. Davidian Productions. David, what's your opinion of Splatoon in Smash?
That's kind of a little bit past my vintage. I don't know what Splatoon is.
Where is Hulk?
Isn't he with Thor in space right now?
Yes, that's exactly where he is. Xavier, how long have you known David? Probably about 5 years now.
4 or 5 years, yeah.
4 or 5 years, yeah. We met in...
He was just as much of a fucking nerd then, too.
We met in a Teen Choices class in, like, 9th grade in high school. It was the class where we had to learn about how...
It was the don't have sex class.
The don't have sex class, because if you do, you'll get an STD, or you'll get pregnant, or they'll leave
have
you,
your heart broken.
or all three will happen at the same time.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So don't ever have sex, kids.
No, I mean the videos. What if I told you
They were the same thing.
that I managed to edit half of the video yesterday, and could probably, if I work really hard throughout the rest of tonight, maybe a little bit of tomorrow, could probably have it ready by, let's say, Wednesday. Like, what if I theoretically told you that? Just, you know.
I wouldn't believe you.
Okay. Neither would I.
So, have you watched any interesting movies lately? You're in film school. Have you watched any movies lately?
It's been spring break. Oh, I watched Annihilation.
Did you like it?
Yeah. That movie was right up my alley. That's the kind of stuff I love.
Did you love the tentacle organ scene?
That was neato.
I'll admit, I haven't seen something that grotesque in a movie in a long time.
Yeah, that was cool. The ending was pretty neat, too. I feel like I was, like... Because I watched it with a group of, like, 6 or 7 people who were mostly heckling it the whole time. But by a certain point in the movie, we all stopped talking because we were so, like, engaged in what was happening, and we were so freaked out. It was awesome.
It's interesting because the opposite thing happened to the people who I watched the movie with.
Don't worry, Dane. They will see the glorious meme child. They'll see it.
They were more interested in the first half than the second half. And, of course, because I come from a family of scientists, they were all like, that's not how mutation works.
Your family confuses me because they love Star Wars, but they also love pointing out scientific inaccuracies.
No. Only my brother loves Star Wars. The other ones are more cool about it, but they like it. And then, of course, my parents are huge Star Trek fans.
Yeah, because Star Trek, you can actually be like, well, okay, that makes sense. Because they actually spend like all their time trying to make sure it's scientifically accurate somewhat.
Have you two seen the movie The Thing? Yes. We watched it together.
We watched it like 3 years ago, and David was on his phone for like 80% of it.
It was fine. It's not the best movie ever, but I won't say it's not. I think in terms of John Carpenter films, I preferred They Live.
You have upset me, sir.
I thought you liked They Live.
They Live is great, but mostly because of the fight scene. And that's it.
It's a good movie.
The Thing was a good movie, too.
It's better,
The
though.
Thing is better.
No! You're wrong!
Let's agree to disagree.
Oh god, I just realized we're doing the exact same thing that they do in Ready Player One.
What, argue something nerdy?
There's literally a section in the book of Armada where they're like, what is the best fantasy sword weapon? And it was just the most annoying
It's
garbage.
obviously the Muramasa blade.
They brought that up, obviously.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
That's stupid. That was supposed to be like too obscure for anyone to even bring up.
Nothing is too obscure for Ernest Cline. his favorite movie, and also, incidentally, in Ready Player One, the movie that the two lead actors bond over mutually liking is Buckaroo Banzai.
I
If
mean,
you
they're
don't
not
know it,
wrong.
what?
Hey everyone, did you
Buckaroo
know
Banzai,
Iceman is really
amazing movie,
politically correct?
but unless you're Kevin Smith or know who Kevin Smith is, you're not gonna get the reference.
Fancy Goblin, that question is terrible. He asked David, you have a gun, you're trapped in a room with Neil Breen and Ernest Cline. Who do you kill? Neil
Ernest
Breen is a
Cline,
good
obviously.
guy. Neil Breen is great. He never hurt
Never.
anybody.
I mean, Neil Breen. I
Neil
would
Breen
not
is
kill
a
him.
genius.
Like,
he can write a better narrative than Ernest Cline.
I had so much fun watching a Neil Breen film.
Neil Breen
versus
movies are great.
they're so entertaining, but like Ernest Cline's only movie. Well, I mean, I'm not counting the screenplay for Fanboys because I haven't seen it, but Ready Player
He wrote
One.
that?
He wrote Fanboys, yeah.
It all makes sense now. Of course he did. Of
And then-
course he wrote that movie.
His only movie that I have seen, which is Ready Player One, is so less entertaining than anything that Neil Breen has made that I would rather that Neil Breen continue making movies. Let's be honest here. Only one of these two people have made Fateful Findings. And Fateful Findings is wonderful.
David,
What?
someone asked a very important question.
Yeah?
What do you think of Star Trek Discovery / The Orville?
I haven't watched enough of either to have a fairly honest opinion.
Hey man, where's that Moon Knight cosplay video? I don't know if I'm gonna do one. I didn't film myself making that suit. I just had it done.
Sometimes he just cosplays for the sake of it because he's once again, a fucking nerd.
I gotta stop yawning. I slept super long. Mbad Gaming says, I want to donate, but cash is a little tight right now. Well, that's okay, man. You don't gotta worry about it. I understand. The economy is real bad.
The Economal.
Xavier, are you going to make Hulk Retrospective Part 2?
Also,
Perhaps!
you will smile at this, Xavier, but I go to a somewhat Christian college, and I showed people, Christian people that I know, the Lorb.
The Lorb? Oh, that video is great. That one's almost as good as The Economal.
So I showed my Christian friends the Lorb.
Crispy Nick says, I want to donate, but I hate you /S. I love you too, Mason. Xavier said that David is more organized than him, yet David can't ever edit a video in less than a month. He's got
Hey, I
you
get
there.
the couch potato. Hey, I mean, I'm a lot more organized in terms of the real world. You know that place that you go outside and need to wear sunglasses in sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
What you doing on your computer there?
Nothing. What are you doing?
I'm playing City Skylines, obviously.
Oh, okay. That's
Hey,
interesting.
David, the only way I know the Star Wars lore is through the Lego games. Is that bad? No, that's a great thing. I don't know if anybody knows this, but I first got introduced to Star Wars through the Lego games. So if you only know Lego through the Star Wars games, that's not a bad thing. That is a great thing.
Huh. Okay.
There's nothing wrong
anyway.
with loving the Lego games and having that being your primary thing to enjoy Star Wars through. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm Lego positive on this channel.
Xavier, are you short or long-sighted? Which one's the one where you can only see stuff close?
It's short. It's far-sighted, not long-sighted.
Yeah. So am I far-sighted?
Far-sighted is when you can see things far away better than close up.
Oh, okay.
And
so
nearsighted is when you can see things better
nearsighted, yeah.
close up than far away. And nearsighted is far more common.
Let's see.
There's
Xavier,
your
we can
science.
see you editing.
Who needs to edit videos?
I do.
I say just talk in a dark room for an hour and a half and then upload it immediately.
You're long/farsighted. I'm confused now because I'm getting conflicting messages.
There's no such thing as long-sighted.
Okay, farsighted
farsighted.
then. He lives overseas. He's an Australian or something.
That's still wrong.
You're
There's no
wrong.
such thing as long-sighted.
Is there a U in the word color?
No.
Okay, fair enough. I actually agree with you on that one. Let's see. Xavier, are you tall or short? I'm not very tall, but I'm still taller than most girls.
He's still shorter than most girls.
Xavier, what villain would you like to see for Punisher Season 2 instead of Jigsaw?
Bloody
I would have liked to
Jigsaw?
see Finn Cooley, but they kind of jumped the gun on that one, and I don't think he could really survive the shotgun blast to the face. I'll never
Just
say
give him
no
a
to
really big
Barracuda.
scar.
Barracuda's fucking cool, but I don't know if he would really work that well since they can't use the amount of F words he does. This
Hey,
video
it's
is
not a
sponsored
network
by
show,
T-Blocks. Get your cool nerdy shirts and stuff at T-Blocks. Use code GodzillaTBX for a 10% discount.
Do
Thank
it
you,
now.
Sick Heretic, for reminding me. Xavier, do you think Deadpool could break without breaking the fourth wall? Or do you think Deadpool could work without breaking the fourth wall? Yes, I
Yes.
think Deadpool can absolutely work without breaking the fourth wall, because he goes, like, several issues at a time without doing it. It's like no one actually reads comics. Everyone thinks that's, like, all he ever does. He does it, like, once every couple of issues. Has anyone seen the trailer of Amy Schumer's new movie? David should do a reaction video of it.
Amy Schumer's new movie, I Feel Pretty. It doesn't look that bad.
I don't even know what he's talking about. What is it?
It's a movie where Amy Schumer has body image issues, and then she hits her head on while in a spin class, and then suddenly she sees herself as like a supermodel, and then she acts like she's super pretty, and her life changes.
So just Shallow Hal.
I mean, she sees herself as like a really pretty person. Like, she still looks like
so
Amy
just
Schumer.
Shallow Hal.
What do you mean? What do you mean, just Shallow Hal?
There's a movie called Shallow Hal, and it has Jack Black in it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a really shallow guy who only dates like the most beautiful women he can find.
Mm-hmm.
But then he's hypnotized so that he sees people for their inner beauty, and then he starts dating the hottest woman he's ever met, but it turns out she's actually very obese. And
Okay.
he doesn't see that she's obese. He thinks she's super hot because of her inner beauty, because she has a good personality.
Except that instead of seeing other people for their inner beauty, she sees her own. She sees like she
I don't
sees
think
herself
Amy
as
Schumer
super
has any
beautiful.
kind of inner beauty. I'm sorry.
I mean
I'm gonna
the
take a controversial stance here and say I don't like her very much.
I don't. I'm very ambivalent towards her. I don't get the hate, but I don't really like her either. I'm just like, she's just one of a number of R-rated comedians with foul mouths. So she doesn't really separate herself in any way, positively or negatively. from the
Dead Gun
group.
brought up a good point. Amy Schumer stealing jokes and concepts? Who knew that would be such a thing? It's
Who
parallel
knew that-
thinking.
Comedians stealing jokes from each other? Oh, so terrible. Who knew that people would...
And
steal
Fancy
jokes from
Goblin
each other.
says, would you ever consider streaming you editing a video, Xavier? Maybe, but it would kind of ruin a lot of the jokes in there because the people in the stream would see them over and over again, you know? Because, like...
Also, I edited one of my favorite new jokes for the new Couch Potatoes, where I get super angry at Xavier.
How long have we been going now?
I don't know. My dad's calling. I'll be right back.
Okay. What, Blade or Moon Knight Netflix series?
Hello?
Tell him I said hi.
Mm-hmm.
Ask him if he has any more
give 1
Doctor
second.
Strange comics I could borrow.
Yeah? What do you need?
Ask him! What is you and David's stance on Austin Powers? I think it's a good series. David has a strange stance on that. He thinks that Mike Myers is funnier as Dr. Evil than Austin Powers. And he thinks it would be more interesting if they recast Austin Powers but kept Dr. Evil as Mike Myers. And I wasn't on board until I accidentally made the suggestion of what if Tom Cruise played Austin Powers, just so that joke could come full circle. Xavier, can I donate using British pounds? You sure can. Will you ever talk about Sugar Man? I don't know what that is. Xavier, fuck, marry, kill, Blood Wolf, Fighting American, and The Pouch. Can I do all three to The Pouch? The Pouch is the coolest Rob Liefeld character by far. You know what? Screw Deadpool. The Pouch is way more interesting. I'm getting rid of this. This Deadpool shirt is garbage. I don't even like Deadpool anymore. Oh. Oh, well, that's embarrassing. Oh. Well. I forgot about that. Yeah, I took off my Deadpool shirt and there was another Deadpool shirt. Okay, anyway. He wears a shirt over a shirt? Yes, because I live in a very cold state and it gets cold. It's cold right now. Xavier, who would win in a fight, Punisher or Red Hood? I don't know, I think the Punisher, considering he's killed everybody before. I'll reword my sarcasm for David. Amy Schumer stealing jokes and concepts in no creative way, which is basically just legit plagiarism? Who knew she would do such a thing? Well, he's gone now. So... Spectacular Spider-Man versus Miles Morales. Who cares? I probably Miles. He's super fucking overpowered. He just has to touch someone and they die. Yo, Xavier, have you played X-Men Legends? Yes, a little bit. I actually bought all of those games at a used game store the other day. I bought like 10 X-Men games all at once for some reason. I don't know why, though. How much of your wardrobe is Deadpool merch? Well, Dane, it's, a pretty large percentage. When's the next Hulk game retro? Eventually. Xavier, Deadpool or punchier? I think Punisher. Because, Deadpool is, yeah, he's immortal, but Punisher has kicked his ass, several times. I feel like there's been more times where that matchup has gone in Punisher's favor than in Deadpool's. Xavier, are you going to review Ultimate Alliance 2? Well, duh. Hey, Xavier, what time is it for you? Because for me in Ireland, it's nearly 2 a.m. Well, it is 6:42, so we've been going for almost an hour. Xavier, would you ever play Roblox? In the words of every person under the age of 23, oof. Is heaven a place on earth? No. Someone donated via PayPal. How'd you do that? Or wait, is my PayPal still in the description from last time? Did I forget to remove it? Will you do a review of the Batman Begins video games? Also, sorry for so many shitty questions. Man, there are no shitty or wrong questions, except for asking me if I like the Bomb Squad joke. Yes, maybe. Roblox or T-blocks? Row T-blocks. Xavier, will you marry Ajit Pai? I don't think I will. I'm already in a very, very committed relationship. Is life real? That's a good question for David. Xavier, do you know Face? If not, then write it in YouTube. I don't know. Xavier, what mic do you use for videos? Whatever one this one is. A blue microphone snowball. A blue snowball. Yeah, that. Oi, Xavier, found any sketches of that time hero character? Oh yeah, I forgot to look for that. I gotta do that still. Xavier, can the Discord be in the video, please? Oh yeah, there's a link to the Discord. Go check that out. Here, actually. One moment. I'm still here. I'm just pulling up the Discord because okay. Let's see here. All right. The cautiously realistic Discord here is pretty cool. You could. Whoops, I don't want to click on that. You can check it out. It doesn't even take that long for people to be taking screenshots of these. I hate doing these fucking streams. Anyway, yeah, these are pretty cool. These other channels, yeah, they totally work currently. You know. Yeah. Oh, I hear David in the background. I wonder what he's up to. Thoughts on my
Yeah,
David's Mendoza is small. Thoughts on my username? I don't know. Have you read Alan Moore's Run on Swamp Thing, the anatomy lesson? If so, what are your thoughts? I haven't. I want to. Hey, Xavier, who is better, Doom Guy or Master Chief? I feel like Doom Guy is like severely overpowered. Is Contest of Slashers out? No, not yet. Everyone go bug Levianist on Twitter to go color faster. Are you going to change your avatar to have long hair eventually? Let's see. I do not like the first Deadpool movie. Will you kill me? Nah, it's got a lot of problems. Hey Xavier, what do you prefer, Star Wars or Star Trek? I prefer kissing girls. Hey Xavier, keep the Discord on screen so people can cameo. And there'll be more reason to join. Okay, alright. Look, there's Spidey7, that guy who's always being like, oh, I want to be a mod. Why aren't I a mod? Oh, the mods are such assholes. Yeah, he's that guy. Hey Xavier, do you like Little Pump? I don't know who he is, other than just the fact that I know he very much upset Miranda Cosgrove. Where can I find Contest of Slashers? We'll do an announcement video and probably a whole stream when that's ready. Stupid choices. Hi. Xavier, do you like The Crow? I don't know. Yeah, now look, now everyone gets to see themselves on the Discord. This is terrible. Who is better, Darkhawk or AIDS Man? Oh, you mean Shadowhawk. Okay, I'm now officially leaving. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, Andrexman. We appreciate you. Damn, he doesn't know Lil Pump. Do you know any rappers? Yeah, I know the good rappers from the 90s.
Are you still here?
I listen to classic rap,
Hello?
sir. I listen...
Hello?
Yes, I'm here. Hi. I
Oh,
listen
good.
to
I'm
Far
sorry, I had to
Side
kill
and
my dad
Wu-Tang
with his
Clan,
taxes.
ODB, some Ice Cube, Dre,
The,
Snoop,
what about the Deadpool
a little
rapper?
bit of Busta Rhymes. No, I don't listen to DMX very much.
No, it's not DMX, it's the Deadpool rapper.
Shut up. You're fired.
You don't employ me, you don't pay me, you can't fire me.
Stream, cool beans. Classical rap. Yes, classical music, but in rap
Classical music, like the classical music in Star Trek.
Do you listen to RTJ?
Who's that?
I'm trying to remember. Robert Downey Jr. Come on, that's funny. Come on! That was funny. Do you listen to My Chemical Romance? Do you emo scrub? No, sir, I do not. I don't listen to that.
Who listens to MCR anymore?
Damien.
MCR is such a, like, mid-2000s thing.
Yeah. What about Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole? Okay,
Nope.
I actually, my friend,
Nope,
I was
nope,
hanging
nope,
out with
and
Josh
nope.
the other day, and he was playing a lot of Kendrick in the car, and I thought it was pretty good, actually, so I've been trying to listen to more of that lately. Haven't listened to enough to form an opinion really yet, but I've been wanting to check it out. Who would win, David with prep time or Xavier with prep time?
What?
So if you and I had to prepare to fight each other for like a certain amount of time, who would
Okay.
win? Okay, so what are the rules though? Like, can I, because I own a gun, can I use that?
Can
Like-
he also, does he also have a car?
Is the goal to kill him or just to beat him?
Murder by death. That's the goal.
David looks dead. LMAO. He looks different without glasses. Big fan. Love your work. Thank you, Luis. Luis.
Louis C.K.?
Deathmatch. Okay. Yeah. So
Deathmatch.
okay. So if we have to kill each other.
Mm-hmm. Is this like Battle Royale or
Yeah.
what?
Okay. So all right. Let's say right now the goal is just that you and I fight to the death, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, one, we have the problem of we have to get close enough to do so because you're very far away.
Yeah. I'm further away from him than Dane is.
Probably, actually, yeah.
Where's Dane?
In Canada. Dane lives in Syrupville,
Oh, he.
that Canadian town.
I'm very familiar with it.
Is David
That's
racist?
a suburb of Vancouver,
A
I
little
think.
bit, yeah.
Am I a racist?
Run
I'm
the
racist
Jewels.
against
Yeah, I've listened to
gingers.
that. I mean, I started listening to a little bit more of their stuff after the Black Panther trailer.
I'm racist against gingers, okay? That's who
Xavier,
I'm racist against.
give him your glasses. You don't look weird without him.
What?
All right, here's my glasses.
No. Glasses are for nerds,
This is a
and I'm not a
glassesless
nerd.
stream. But you two have to cosplay as Cable and Deadpool. We already did that once.
And I'm not gonna put any more of that shit in my hair.
Super Geek Vids. Your vids are awesome. Thank you. Xavier, have you seen the Black Panther animated series? Marvel re-uploaded it to YouTube after a good 8 years. If only they'd do that with another certain Marvel cartoon. Maybe. Xavier, will you sell Spider-Man 3? No, I need to keep the disc around just in case I need to feel bad. Where bad comic art at? I don't know, David.
Funny you should say that.
Where is bad comic art at?
I don't know, Xavier. Where is it?
What do you think of the Rick and Morty hiatus? I think
I'm
animation
glad.
is hard and people need to be patient because it takes a long time to animate things.
We don't want to treat treat the animators like Sausage Party did.
Oh yeah, no, that's terrible. That's unethical. Where is bad comic art?
I don't know, Xavier. Where is it?
You said you were gonna be in charge of this one.
No, remember we said we were going to do the thing, remember? We talked about this yesterday.
David has to voice young Simmons, and Xavier needs to voice young Griff for RVB one day. I would love that. Griff is my favorite.
Who are you talking about? I have no idea who these things are.
Red versus Blue. You've never watched that?
But Red versus Blue in my life.
It's super good. Yo, Xavier, love your videos. Thank you. Juan Ethel.
What do you think annihilation means?
I think it means the true aliens were us all along. You know?
But what does that mean?
It means you need to stop asking such complicated questions.
What does it mean?
I can't say without spoiling it!
What does the ending of 2001 mean?
The ending of 2001 means that everything is pointless and we should all just jump into the black hole and hope for the best.
No, you're talking about you're talking about Deadpool there. Hey,
is
you
that one of those
wanna
things that sounded funnier in your head?
Hey, you wanna read out loud Uwe Boll's statement for his that he filed with his lawsuit against Rampage from Dwayne Johnson?
No.
I'm going to read it out loud, just so you can.
Oh, God.
This is his official statement that he released with his lawsuit against Rampage starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. We are living now in a world where the independent movies are dead, and the big players are making all the money.
He's already got his grammar really set right.
That they then use developed brands and ideas from established series such as my Rampage films in order to make even more money is unfair but typical. The new Rampage movie will shrink my brand and my revenues I can make in the future with my Rampage movies. It also
I like how you yell the word Rampage every single time.
It's because it's in all caps. I want that Warner's change the title, especially because the new movie has nothing to do with a rampage. It looks more like Jumanji 2, and is one of those typical feel-good popcorn bullshit movies that the studios use to brainwash America even more. All these kinds of movies, including Transformers, Avengers, are helping the military-industrial complex in America to win and have retards like Donald Trump, the American president, who would say that the Earth is flat as soon as they think they can benefit from this.
Uwe Boll is a special man.
That's not how intellectual property works.
Okay, well, the fucking game that they're making a movie based on was from, like, 1986. I guess Uwe Boll just couldn't research that to find that out.
Like, what other movies have similar titles but are completely different? The Avengers. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, there was that.
What if the people who made The Avengers, which is based upon the cheesy 1960s TV show, the movie starring Uma Thurman, what if they wanted to sue Marvel Studios for The Avengers because it's the same name? Totally different premises, totally different intellectual properties, but they're both called The Avengers, so that means that we can sue, right?
I like the idea that someone thinks they just get to own a word. Like, this one word has been in a movie title once, and no one can ever use it again.
Yeah. I used the word "the" in the title for my movie, so nobody else can use "the" in their movie title.
Fancy Goblin asks, how's Pestilence coming around? Also, who's the art team on it? Isn't Dane the penciler? Yes, Dane is the main penciler. We also have my friend Matt Brett doing some extra work. There's a couple
Who is Matt?
He's a cool guy. He does good stuff.
Who is he?
He's a guy from the UK. He's taking some game design courses.
What a nerd. Only nerds live in the UK.
I think Dane and Mason are, like, figuring out that they're actually kind of close and are going to go hang out.
What? Who's Mason?
He's one of the mods from the Discord.
Who?
He's Crispy Nick.
So if he's really name is Mason, why does he call himself Nick?
That's what I asked. I was so mad. I thought his name was Nicholas for like 2 months, and then and then he was like, "Yeah, my real name's Mason." I was like, "What the fuck?" It's like being named Tim, but your username is Rick. Like, fuck you. Just use your name. Just like my name is Godzilla.
Hi, Xavier.
Wow, that was clever. Did you spend all night working on that one?
Yeah.
Nicholas is my middle name. Shut up, Mason.
Nerd.
Don't lie.
Yeah, I slid into your DMs yesterday. Who was that? Was that on like Discord?
Yeah? Yeah, that's him.
Eh.
He said he wanted to be friends with you, and then you ignored him, you chode.
I don't friend anybody on Discord.
Don't I know it?
Well, except for you.
When is your Ultimate Destruction review coming out? Soon. Can David stop saying yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anarchy.
Anarchy.
Want to guess what nerdy game I'm playing right now?
What?
Arkham Origins.
Okay. I just have a whole shelf here full of Spider-Man costume parts.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know how these got here.
Why do you have costume parts?
For some reason. Has this been a chill stream or a boring stream? I can't tell the difference anymore.
I'm pretty chill to the chill.
I'm pretty bored. No, I mean, I'm chill.
No, you're the bored chill.
You're a chill board.
So have you so what would you think about doing a part 2?
Is there an awkward silence after every question?
I have a question for you. How would you
We were
feel
supposed
about...
to do an awkward silence there, but then you talked.
I have a question. How would you feel about doing a part 2 of of Ernest Cline popcorn reading?
I'll do it if I get to wear the Moon Knight costume.
Yes, you can. You can wear as many Moon Knights as you want to be. You can be as many Moon Knights as you want. Because you are a Moon Knight.
Yes, I should make a Deadpool costume. I should do that.
It's almost as if... I mean, it's not like he's ever dressed up in one of my videos before as Deadpool for a cutaway gag or anything.
Yeah, it's not like I've ever done that before.
It's not like that's ever happened before.
So yeah, I do know what character I want to cosplay for my next cosplay video. I figured it out.
Is it Squirrel Girl?
Yes, it's Squirrel Girl. That's why I've been growing my hair out for, actually, is the Squirrel Girl. I want to...
You want to cosplay as Anna Kendrick as Squirrel Girl?
Yes, I wanted to make sure I looked like a ginger teenage girl with a squirrel tail.
Anna Kendrick specifically.
Anna Kendrick specifically. So I've been working on it all year.
Because as we all know, Anna Kendrick is a ginger girl.
Yes.
Ginger teenager.
Yeah. One time someone called me a racial slur on Facebook because I said I thought the girl who played Barb in Stranger Things would have been a better choice.
Well, you are the race.
Yeah. Weren't you going to be called Godzilla at birth? No, I wasn't going to, but my dad suggested it. And my mom was like, that's a terrible idea. David, finish the X-Men retrospective.
I will. I'm just trying to desperately to come up with things to say about that one Wolverine movie that I'm not going to mention.
I mean, we did say a lot about it when we did that whole commentary thing on it.
Yeah, that'll probably never see the light of day, being 100% honest. Because, for one very simple reason, is that the the file's corrupted, so it won't let me like actually.
Wait, your audio file was corrupted?
No, whenever I render the file,
You can't just like re-edit it and render it again?
I could try, but it hasn't worked so far.
I mean, if you want, I could just render it.
You could.
And then
Apparently, Crispy Mason sounds dumb.
That's true.
So that's what the crispy guy says.
All right. Do you think it's been about long enough that we should probably wrap it up here in a second?
What do you think?
I think that was a pretty good amount for a podcast. We talked about some stuff. I answered a lot of questions.
Who needs to answer questions anyway?
All right. I think that was.
I'm only here because I want you to read more Ernest Cline on my YouTube channel.
Oh God, I don't want to do that. That's bad.
Do it. Do it.
I still have the bruises from last time.
Do it. Josh is on board. I've already texted him, and he said he'd be willing to do more.
Well, Josh doesn't say no to things when he really should. He has a problem. You're taking advantage of him.
Yes, and I'm proud.
You're a monster. Do you know that?
Yes, I am. And I'm proud of being a monster.
I'm proud of,
I'm not proud of who I am.
I'm proud of you shutting the hell up, jerk. I got you.
What?
So anyway, that was Subject to Change Alive. That was terrible. Thanks for everyone who donated, and thanks for
You
everyone...
can review the Kick-Ass Comics and Movie. Well, funny you should say that, actually. Funny you should say that.
Funny you should say that.
Funny you should say that.
No, we're not streaming for 24 hours. Hey, do VC after the stream. Not today, I got some stuff to do.
Like what?
Like editing a certain video about a green man.
You're gonna be talking about Marvin the Martian from the Looney Tunes cartoons?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I always think about when I think of you is Marvin the Martian and Warner Brothers cartoons.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that was I think that was a good stream. I had a good time.
I didn't.
Thanks for everyone for showing up. We'll see you next week.
This is my message to Xavier right now.
Oh no. Oh no. He's flipping me off. You want to see? Also, hey, something stupid is the chat was on the stream the whole time. I just forgot to layer the thing properly in OBS so no one could see it. Whoops. Now everyone's comments about David's face being boring, they won't show up in the stream. I apologize, everyone. I apologize to all of you.
Well, your face is boring.
Your face is boringer.
Subscribe to Dull and Dark. That's good advice.
Subscribe to me. I'm very close to 40,000. I'm like 11 away or something.
He's a loser.
Like, guys, just tell like 11 of your friends to come subscribe. It'll be great.
David, grow your hair out. Why would I grow my hair out?
Because I'm
what?
so close. We could have a 40,000 subscriber special. It would be great.
Yeah, I'm gonna unsubscribe from you right now.
No, don't unsub.
Sub for sub.
Anyway, love you, everyone. See you around next time, next week. I'm gonna do more game streams soon. Hopefully, if I can get Brandon and Joey and whoever else online. We're gonna try and do DC Universe Online.
Is that a PC game?
No.
Oh.
I mean, it is, but we have it on PS4.
Well, thanks for excluding me.
Yeah, you get excluded because you're a loser.
What?
Loser. You're a loser. Anyway, see you around.